Hey yo, I'm Eric Curry III.
I'm Tiny.
I'm Python.
I'm Talia.
And we will be your host for this season of Young, Gifted, and Black Through Our Eyes. Now, see, this season will be a little bit different than the other seasons. This season is all about reimagining creative, safe spaces by the community, for the community.
It's all about youth like us and young creatives and what we need.
Authentic representation.
And how we really feel.
All right, then let's get straight to it then. Come on.
I'm with Wartime, he just went and put me on.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl D and Lang. We are the Poor Girls, and you're watching Young, Gifted, and Black Through Our Eyes. Imagine us. Imagine us. Imagine you. Imagine me. Imagine a community where we are creating safe spaces for our young people. Let's go. Period. It's a campaign.
Well, guys, what comes to mind when y'all think of creative safe spaces?
Bedroom office. I'm sorry, it's just a safe space.
In
No
the
one
dark?
can intrude.
Will you be in the dark?
Yes, on the dark,
In the dark by
all the
yourself?
time.
With your little TV tent on?
Yeah, what's on my TV tent? It's not low light. Like, it's not up to the picture.
But that's just weird that it's like 2 o'clock p.m. and you in the pitch black.
Okay, but I've been sleeping all day. Why not consider that? Why not continue that, you know?
What about you, Aniya?
I'll definitely say anytime where, it's just me time, when I get time to like think, when you're like on your own, I say that's like one of the best spaces for like creative.
I'll say anytime where it's raining. Little quick story, I was on a cruise and it was like a thunderstorm going on, like it was a whole storm. But I got so much done while I was outside. Like I was writing, I was like on my computer, like I was really doing stuff.
In the rain?
In the whole rain. I like the rhythm of the rain. The rain got a little rhythm to it, so it's dope.
Rhythm Nation.
How about you?
My creative safe space is anywhere I go. Whether it's my auntie's living room or my grandmama's bedroom. It's anywhere I go, anywhere there's music or where I can write. Anywhere I can get out.
Gotcha.
Some of my feelings,
Gotcha.
So basically, you are your safe space.
That's deep. That's deep. Are we applauding
Thank
that?
you.
Hold on, we snapping that? That because it's deep. It's like jazz. Yeah.
We're definitely snapping. Creative safe space is boundless. There is no specific destination that one has to be in order to experience the ultimate creativity. What you think, Lang?
A creative safe space is a open space where I set the tone. I am whatever I say I am and wherever I choose to be.
How do like creative safe spaces like look and feel to us? Like what do they look like?
I say look like when I'm around a whole bunch of, I don't want to say like-minded people because I hate being around people that like think exactly like me because that's just boring. But people who are creative and people who have the same creative ambitions as me and people who tend to have the same goals as me, that's the spaces that I want to be in the most because that's where I can grow. Like spaces where I'm not the smartest in the room. Like if I'm the smartest in the room, then I really don't want to be in that room. I don't need to be in that room.
I can't relate. I don't want to be the best in the room, but I want to be one of the best in the room. And
Yeah, for sure,
with
though.
the best in the room.
For sure.
And teach. I don't want to call them the worst because everybody has their weaknesses and everybody has their strengths. But creative safe space, it looked like creative safety, like people who ain't gonna tear me down over everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's just.
I'll say definitely like when I'm around like my friends, like I use Discord a lot, right? And pretty much whenever I'm like talking to them online, that's like one of the places where I can like express how like my creativity. I typically like come up with ideas for like events that I host in servers, and it's just like one of the spaces that, you know, makes me feel comfortable instead of being like in an in-person setting, right? And it's kind of hard to express your ideas because you can necessarily see the person's face. And you can like feel the judgment from them. So
Right. Okay,
alright, I got another question. How have your interactions at school, home, or in the community impact the way you create?
Depending on who's around me, depends on how I perform. You know, if it's my mom, I might perform a little bit better, but I don't practice around my mom at all. Like, I don't know. You know that feeling like when you sing in front of your parents, they be like, woo, yeah! Like, I don't know, like, what's it called? Like, hype, it gets me, like, nervous or something.
But how do we gauge that as artists, though, or as creatives? Like, when we share and when we don't share? Because I know I tend to overshare, especially with my mom. I tell her, like, every little idea that I have, like, anything I be sizing, she'll either tell me, she'll be honest, she'll be like, nah, that's trash. Or she'll be like, nah, that's dope, you should do it. Right? So how do we, you know what I'm trying to say. Gauge, yeah.
It's more like I need to be emotionally free with you. I'm okay with accepting, bro, that is trash, or laugh at it with me. If anything like that. But if I'm comfortable enough with sharing you like my deepest stuff, or like even my creative stuff that I'm not even sure of, I just need to be free with you. Because what's the point of talking to someone if you can't really show the whole part of it? I don't want to show increments.
Yeah.
It's a whole piece. It's a whole piece. You don't show like little fractions of a picture.
Oh, that's what you said, increments. You was breaking it up. Then okay, I see what you're doing with the word.
Thank you for noticing. So outside of the development of the season's podcast with Poor Girls, in youth and theater, what have creative resources, outlets look like for y'all overall?
They look like trash, bro. Like, we don't got nothing for us.
We really don't. On this side. Let's put
on
emphasis
this
on it. On this
It's not
side.
creative on this side either.
Yeah. I feel like there's creativity, but there's no outlets to let that creativity out because we're not going to get creativity out of recreational centers that had nothing but basketball and football.
Wait, hold on. All right, cool. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I don't know. I was done.
All right, cool. Let's keep it about. Let's keep it about
Table.
50 though. Even in the well-income neighborhoods where Black people live, one, they probably don't even know or care about the creative safe spaces that they have, or those creative safe spaces don't cater to Black kids. Like, it's a lot of white people. Can I say that? There's a lot of white people, and them thinking that they know the culture, that they know Black kids, and they know how we rock and how we do things, but y'all don't. And we need a place like the ARC everywhere. For us by us. Like, we need the ARC in all wards. Like, why is it just here when we need it everywhere?
Well, I would say we have something like the ARC in all other wards, but better funded.
Ooh.
Hello, get into it. Like, you know, like, and then like when they do have programs, they're not advertised well. You don't really know about the ARC as well as you know about the Kennedy Center. Like, you know, or if you do know about the ARC, it's kind of like, oh, the ARC. But it's like, oh, the Cancer Center. Like, you know.
If you think she's dragging it, check this out. Dr. Natalie Hopkinson of Howard wrote an article on October 29th of 2021 called In the Color of Art, Mapping White Privilege in the Nation's Capital, highlighting the redlining of DCR's funding. Now, Dr. Hopkinson, along with Dr. Suzanne Goodney of UDC, devised a geographical map that show out of the $26 million budget allotted to DC art funding, Ward 7 and 8 ranked the lowest. So looks to me like there's an uneven balance for how creative safety, creativity, creative property for young people, depending on what they look like and where they live.
Like, really, they look down on us and look down on this side, look down on Ward 8, Ward 7, honestly, and that's what needs more funding. You know what I'm saying? Like how the post said on Instagram, on Twitter, it says safe places, safe neighborhoods doesn't have more polices, they have more resources. And we need more resources to make our places safe.
Oh, we got snap. Oh, that was good. That was good.
That was, yeah.
That was good. I like that. So do you think like our peers have anything to do with this?
Most definitely. Now let's talk about it. There is so much discrimination amongst our peers because let's okay, I'm gonna slow down. Let's get into it. So we have people, kids,
Right.
sometimes households aren't right, and that's okay. That isn't the main issue. But it's the fact that they project what they want onto us and then judge us when we're not what they want to be. Like, sir, ma'am, this is me. Why are you calling me a different breed?
That rhymes.
Why are you calling me a different breed?
Nah, she did just spit.
Yeah.
something.
I did.
You need to write that down.
Damn, that's me.
I don't have a pen and paper.
I'll definitely say when it comes to our peers, it's a lot of judgment. So like whenever like we talk about creative safe spaces where we like try to create like things for where youth they could like, you know, get out. But then there's sometimes our peers when they are handed these opportunities, which are like creative outlets, they're not only just looked down upon by like their parents in this case for these opportunities, but also by them they're like, nah, I don't want to do this crap. It's boring. Like, but it's meant for you to have like a space where you could feel free without judgment from other people. Because that's the reason that everyone else is there. We want to be in an environment where we're not judged by some of the ideas that we want to come up with.
Right. To tap on that point of the boring point, right? Is it boring or do they think that it's boring or are they just worried about, oh man, what's Jamal going to say about this? Hey, and no diss to all the Jamals watching this. That's just the first name I thought of. But what if Jamal sees me do this? Like,
It's a standard.
And
Go ahead, you got that.
oh no, you got it.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
I was about to bring race into
Catch
it
it.
big time. Okay, racially, black kids are supposed to fit a standard. You feel more accepted if you fit into that standard. Yes, like it's promoted in our music, in our culture. If we're not into that, then what are we now? As a black kid, what am I now? Am I a whitewash? Am I Asian wash? Am I just weird? We don't know. We don't know because there's a certain standard and we need to broaden that standard because black people or black kids are not a monolith.
We snapping to that?
Yes, we're not to that.
I'm just asking.
I feel like a preacher for a second.
Did you guys catch that? A monolith. Monolith implies they act as one in accordance to their structure and race. Monolith.
All right. So boom. Let's come to a decision right now. As a group, what do we think that the older folk should do to help us get these creative safe spaces? Like, God, give us money.
So we need
no
funding. We need help. These kids need help. These kids need guidance. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have that much, and we need a little less judgment, a little more training. Because you can't really judge. I mean, you can't really get trained if we're being judged all the time because then it kills motivation and it kills self-confidence, and now you're not confident to do anything creative.
You just like no pressure to do what's right.
Well, I think that our peers should broaden their horizon and get to know their creative selves. And if you do play sports, you are not your sport. And if you do, I don't know how to say that, but if you do other things, you are not that other thing that you can do. But guess what you guys are? You guys are the people that just tuned in to the teaser of the Young Gifted and Black podcast. We appreciate y'all for watching. Please stay tuned for what we got in store. Peace.
This is the THEARC Theater's Young Gifted and Black Season 3.
Hey yo! My name is Eric Curry III, and this is the THEARC Theater's Young Gifted and Black podcast. Let me do that again.
Okay. Action. My name is Tiny, and this is THEARC's Young, Gifted, and Black Season 3 Through Our Eyes, presented by Poor Girls and Youth. Imagine us.
Love that. Let's do it again.
Hi, my name is Talia, and this is the RYDAAA Theater's Young Gifted and Black podcast, season 3 through our eyes, presented by Poor Girls and Youth. Imagine us.
Hey!
Yeah.